The training tips on this program were originally produced for airing at halftime of the NSCAA College Games of the Week. These soccer coaching tips provide coaches new to the game with insights into the little things that make players better and provide experienced coaches with reminders of foundational principles that underlie all coaching. A cross-section of the most experienced NSCAA staff coaches share their wisdom about the game in clear, concise, 1 to 2 minute tips designed to help players improve their technical execution, tactical understanding, and goalkeeping skills.
My name is Colleen Soufflet, NSCA staff coach. Today's coaching tip is dribbling to beat an opponent. What we're going to do today is have the attacker come after the defender. What we'd like to see is the attacker attack the front foot. What that will do is get the defender off balance in order to go around them, using deception as a tool. Excellent. As you see, the attacker attacked the front foot of the defender, creating the off balance and the ability to go around. What we'd like to see now is the attacker, once the deceptive move is on, is to seal the defender off in order to attack. So what I'd like to see you do is beat the defender and then seal him off an attack. Pretty good. What I'd like to really see is a better change of pace and a real close, so if the defender turns, he will not have the ability to catch you. Last time. Excellent. As you can see, the attacker attacked the front foot, got the defender off balance, and then sealed him for a perfect attack. Today's coaching tip is dribbling to beat an opponent.
Today's coaching tip is dribbling for possession, or shielding. It happens in the game in various places, but one of the places is right on top of the box, where our front runner tries to hold the ball up. Usually that will only last 3 to 4 seconds. The reason being, one, we'd like to try and get a chance at goal, but the cavalry, the defenders, are coming to get the ball. So we see that Seth is able to hold the ball. A piece of that is that he's allowing the ball to be far away from the defender. He's receiving it with his outside foot. Now, a lot of times we'll dribble for possession just to keep ourselves in, but sometimes that'll be just to hold the ball up to allow for us to keep possession of the ball and find a supporting teammate. We see that when Tony receives the ball, notice that he's using the sole of his foot and other parts of his feet. He's got to use the inside, the outside, the heel, the toe. Some players will be more comfortable with one surface. We want to teach our players to use all surfaces of their feet. And here we see dribbling for possession, which gains an attack on goal. Today's coaching tip, dribbling for possession, shielding.
Hello, my name is Brent Ward. I'm a staff coach with the NSCAA. Today I'm going to show you 2 turns that you can use with your players. The first turn is called an outside the foot spin turn. Donnie will show you. Beautiful, Donnie. And if you notice, Donnie's stepping past the ball with his first foot, and he's bringing it with the outside of his foot to do a full 180. One more time, Donnie. Beautiful. The next turn that Donnie's going to show you is called a Cruyff turn. And in the Cruyff turn, there's a lot of body language involved. You'll notice how he's faking maybe a cross or a shot. You'll see this one. So do a Cruyff, Donnie. Beautiful. Well done, Donnie. One more time, please. Beautiful. Thank you very much. These 2 turns that we've learned today, an outside the foot spin turn and a Cruyff turn, can be used all over the field. Faking a shot, faking a cross, faking to clear a ball, looking to turn and switch the point of attack. So if your players do both the outside the foot spin turn and a Cruyff turn, your team will have a lot of success. Thank you.
Today's coaching tip is looking at speed dribbling, how we can utilize the technique of speed dribbling to exploit the space coming out of the back. What we're looking at here is Evan, who has just won the ball from his center back, winning the ball cleanly and exploiting the space with the big long dribble. As the ball originates from the central part of the field, Evan looks and sees there's space to be taken. The first touch prepares the ball, and then the speed dribble initiates with him striking the ball with his laces out in front of his body to take the space before he's closed down by a defender. One of the big keys what Evan's doing real well is here, he's taking a peek to see that the space is to be taken and can do it with a speed dribble. The technique being recognizing this space, striking the ball with the laces 10, 12 yards out in front of him, and then exploiting the space. And as he gets tighter to the defender, he brings the ball tighter to his body and takes him on or looks to distribute. Today's coaching tip, speed dribbling.
Hello, today's NSCAA coaching tip is looking at long driven passes out of the back. We're going to focus our attention on our left back playing the ball forward to our striker. So as I play the ball in, you chase, you play, you find the striker. Play. Good first touch, head still. Okay, Krista, that's not bad, but we don't want the ball lofted. I want to try and get the ball driven along the top of the grass into our striker so we don't have to give her a control problem. So what I want you to do is, as you get your first touch, I want you to try and get it out of your feet, get an angled approach, non-kicking foot next to the ball, and then drive through the ball so that we keep it on the grass tops, okay? I'll play you the ball, and you just get the ball out of your feet, touch. Much better, well done. We'll have one more run at that. And play. Excellent indeed, well done. That's today's NSCAA coaching tip.
Today's NSCAA tip is deceptive passing. We're going to show you the back heel. Let's go. Okay, guys, we're going to play the ball in, dribble at the defender, take it across. You're going to make a run around the back, and let's see if you can deliver the ball with a little touch of the heel, okay? Here's how it looks. Off you go. Attack him, go at him. Nice little touch. Take it around. Not bad. Come on back. Let's try one more time. Now, if you can, as you're going around, let me hear you call for the ball so he knows you're coming around the back there, okay? Come a little bit wider. Ready? And play. Good, and heel to him, good, and take it to goal. Well done. And that's today's NSCAA coaching tip.
Hello, Jeff Tipping, Director of Coaching for the National Soccer Coaches Association, with a coaching tip on deception. Deception is the fourth quality of a good pass. Accuracy is the first quality. Speed is the second quality. Timing is the third quality. And deception is the fourth quality. So we don't want opponents to know where we're going to pass it. So here's 3 exercises to illustrate deception. Okay, let's see the first one, please. Now, deception basically consists of two characteristics. One is moving the ball in one direction and passing the ball in another direction. So what the players are doing is they're actually moving the ball away from where they want to pass it. Now, a characteristic of this kind of a pass is actually using the outside of the foot. And you'll see the way these players are using the outside of the foot, moving one way, playing the ball another way. Okay, great. Second kind of pass is a back heel. And you see this more and more. You see it in the MLS quite a bit. You occasionally see it in international football. Player is moving in one direction and then passes the ball with the back of the heel into a different direction. You normally see this kind of a pass in the opposition's half of the field. Blanco from the Chicago Fire uses this quite a bit. And thirdly, just a simple pass where the player is looking in one direction and then passes in the other direction. So deception consists basically of 2 main elements. One is moving in a direction and passing the ball in a different direction. And the second is looking in a direction but passing the ball in a different direction. Open up a wee bit if you would. Open up a bit. Yeah? So looking as though you're going to pass the ball to one player and then passing the ball to another player. And so that is deception, our NSCAA coaching tip.
I'm Doug Williamson, NSCAA staff coach. Today's tip is the techniques involved in the 1-2 pass. The front player with the pass should take a dribble, play the ball with the outside of the foot, and receive it back off a clean 1-2 pass. On the wall side, the player should be sideways on, moving to feet, so that they can adjust and lay the ball off. Now we're going to bring it back and have the boys practice it together. We take a dribble, outside of the foot, lay off with the inside of the foot, and we have a clean 1-2 pass. That's today's coaching tip, the mechanics and techniques of the 1-2 pass.
Today's coaching tip is to train a forward to make correct check runs at the top of the box to create goal scoring opportunities for their team. All right, and what we have is a setup with a midfielder, a forward, and a defender, and a goalkeeper that we're going to try to see if we can execute that. So, okay guys, all right, so now, all right, we'll go ahead and get started. And again, let's make sure we're focusing on the key points here, which is the check run that you make, right? Your ability to get a good pass, and then looking to turn and get a shot on goal if it's on. Okay? And play. Great job. Excellent. Great job on that. Okay? Excellent job there turning. All right? Realizing where the defender is and creating space for yourself. All right? So, good job. Good job. Let's try another one. And play. Hit it. Okay, good effort there. Good effort and good decision.
I'm Nscaa staff coach Jeff Fennell. This week's coaching tip is receiving the ball on the ground. We'll start with a pass from me to an attacker who will play the ball to his partner, who will receive the ball and turn and go. Ball back to me. The coaching tips for receiving a ball on the ground with the inside of your foot are toe up, ankle locked, and get behind the flight of the ball. So if you can, if it's to the side, move to adjust your body as well. Begin. Well done and good. Now this time, please receive the ball with your toe up, ankle locked. Go. So get behind the flight of the ball, decide what body part you're going to use. That's going to be the inside of your foot. Use that body part to withdraw the ball from the opponent and play the ball. Try it again this time with the inside of your foot. Well done, good. And back to your partner. And the last part of this, and probably as important as anything, is to make sure when you're preparing the ball on the reception, you prepare it away from pressure. We're going to bring a defender in to show you what the pressure will be. As you receive this ball from your partner, prepare it away from pressure with your left foot to that side and play. Good. Now this time, great. This time live. Can you come forward with the ball this time? This time live, get in there quickly. Bring the ball back, a little more space, boys, and play. And rust in there. Good, well done. Notice, it's very important to prepare the ball away from pressure. If there's no pressure, prepare the ball to goal. Well done. That's this week's coaching tip.
Today's coaching tip is receiving balls in the air. Notice that when Seth receives the ball, he gets in the line or the path of the ball. He makes a decision on which body part he's going to use. So the first thing he does is he gets in the flight path and then he makes a decision. Sometimes the decision is made by where the ball is. He then will keep his eye on the ball as he receives it. That's one of the pieces of receiving a ball that a lot of kids miss. They tend to take their eye off the ball because they're looking at their opponent or where they may be going. So Seth keeps his eye on the ball, good first touch, we give with the ball on contact. Receiving balls in the air, an advanced skill that all of our players need to learn. Let's watch as we see one more. In the flight of the ball, presents the surface, gives on contact, eyes were on the ball the whole time. And that's today's coaching tip, receiving flighted balls.
Today's tip is receiving the ball with your back to the goal. Maddie's our centre forward. She's be receiving the ball from a fullback in a deep position. Let's just have that ball played in over here. Play the ball into Maddie. Excellent. Let's go back and reload it. Let's start again, if you would. One more time. Lean in. Lean in. Lean in. Good. Stay there. Hold it. Hold it. Good. And hold right there, please. Great turn right there, Maddie. Play the ball back in over there. What I want Maddie to do, come tight, is is lean in on the back player who's marking her. Go and mark her. Lean in on her and hold that position. Play the ball in. This is called posting up. And as opposed to checking to the ball, checking away from the goal, in effect, we want her to lean into the player, receive the ball so she can spin or she can rebound the ball to another player. Let's just give it one more go. Right, just play the ball in directly if you would. Lean in nice and low, center of gravity. Good. All right, so receiving the ball with our back to the goal. Maddie has a nice low center of gravity. She's backing into the defender. She knows where the defender is. She's able to turn and fire, or she's able to rebound the ball to another player. That is our Nscaa tip of the week. Working with some 15, 16 and 17-year-old players here on techniques of receiving the ball. Not just receiving the ball, but pre-reception moves they can use to make space for themselves, delay an opponent. So in this particular move, the first move, player's going to play the ball to me, slowly roll it to me. As the ball comes through, I want you to fake to the ball and let the ball roll. Try it. Fake to the ball and let the ball roll. Good little move for freezing an opponent, possibly. One ball between two, let me see how you do it. Move around a wee bit, off you go. It's a big step. Just roll the ball slowly, men. Roll it slowly till you get used to it. It's a big step to it with a big gesture from the upper body. It's a great move for midfield players as well as forwards when they're under a bit of pressure receiving the ball. That's good. I would call that a lunge move. Second move is a hop. Hopping the ball on the first touch. So the ball comes to me, I'm under pressure, and I hop the ball and take the ball away from a defender's foot. So receiving the ball, yeah. Receiving the ball with a hop, yeah, so you hop the ball up over a defender's foot. Let me see you try it. Hop the ball on the first touch. So the first touch is a scoop. Again, another good one for midfield players and forwards. So they will be considered pre-receiving moves, a lunge with the body, a scoop over the opponent's foot on the first touch. A very, very good skill, especially for midfield players and forwards. Today's Nscaa tip is on receiving the ball under pressure, where you actually have to scoop the ball on your first touch over an opponent's foot. And this is how it looks. The ball's played in by Maddie. As the ball comes in, I actually scoop the ball in the air on my first touch. And now I'm going to have our players demonstrate here. So scoop the ball on the first touch. One ball between two. So must move around and off we go. So just pass the ball and then you can scoop it. You don't need to close each other down just yet. So what we're working with here is that the actual first touch is a scoop where the ball is popped up into the air. Now this is a classic move for midfield players or forwards when they're being pressured by an opponent and the opponent arrives just as the ball arrives. So the first touch is a scoop over the opponent's foot. Excellent. Okay, good. And now what I'd like you to do is move around. This time when you pass it fairly slowly. Yes, you're over here. Pass the ball fairly slowly and then go and close down your partner and let's see her flip the ball over your foot. Give it a go. Scoop the ball on your first touch. Yes, that's excellent. Well done. That's excellent over there. Well, last one. All right, that's great. That's terrific. Well done. It's actually a fairly advanced skill. Midfield players and forwards need to do it. Wouldn't recommend centre-backs doing it on top of their own penalty box. But receiving the ball under pressure by scooping the ball over the opponent, that's our tip. Thank you. We have a coaching tip here on receiving the ball under pressure. Our players are going to fake to the ball, freezing a defender, possible defender, allowing the ball to run and then moving in another direction. They don't have any pressure on them, but they're just trying to show the move itself. Okay, let's see it. Spread out if you would a bit. So, go ahead, go on. So the players are just simply practicing a big long step towards the ball. Slow down a bit, slow down a bit. Slow down the ball down a bit. So it's a big long lunge to the ball and they allow the ball to run across their body. Good, so they take a step towards the ball. Stepping towards the ball makes the opponent think that they are going to the ball, but in actual fact, they're going to let the ball run. Take a big step to it. Okay, good, and just hold it 1 second. Let me have the ball, please, if you would. Okay, now I'm gonna just show us 2 or 3 times the movement. Just step to it, big step. Good, let the ball go. Let's do it 1 more time. Ready? Big step to it. Excellent, well done. Good. So, that's our tip. Receiving the ball under pressure, lunging towards the ball, allowing the ball to run, moving off in a different direction. Today's coaching tip is we're going to look at the technique of striking a quality early cross. Our first point we're going to look at is the foot motion into getting the ball into that danger space. The ball is going to be played into Tucker's feet, and he's going to strike through slightly side of the ball by utilizing heel to toe action, where the heel is going to drive his toe up across the ball, slightly a little bit offside of the ball. The next coaching point we'll look at is, again, reinforcing the idea of a good foot motion, is the idea of the steady head on the ball as he strikes through the ball. The head stays down, it stays steady. And then the last part we're going to look at is how he allows the momentum of the ball running into his body to give him the pace to drive the ball, again, heel to toe action, steady head on the ball, allowing the pace of the ball to take the ball into that danger zone, ideally for that quality finish. Today's coaching moment.
Today's topic, we're looking at striking a ball rolling into your body, into the back of the net. We notice that Tucker has good form. We're going to discuss his form as we look at this technical topic. With a ball rolling into your body, it's a hard ball to finish, to keep on frame. Notice that Tucker pushes that ball off to the right. So Tuck, what we want to see now is the key is 3 keys. With that ball rolling there, it's contact on the ball. So Evan, just roll the ball slowly to us. We want you to have contact through the center of the ball, and we want your follow through to go forward. Okay? So let's try that. Contact through the center of the ball, follow through forward. Go ahead. A little bit better. You're still a little bit underneath the ball. Let's get a little higher on the ball. Go ahead, try again. Look at the ball on contact. Yes, much better. Brilliant. Let's try another one. Again, follow through forward. Great. Fantastic, Tuck. Today's tip, finishing the ball with the ball rolling into your body. One of the difficult strikes of the ball. The key points, follow through forward and have your hips to the target.
Today's coaching tip is looking at the penalty shot, perhaps one of the most exciting moments in the game of soccer. We're looking at Julian, who is striking the ball with repetition on working on his penalty shots. Julian is going to elect the surface of his foot to strike the ball, and he's rather consistent that he wants to strike the ball with his laces, and he uses the proper technique of locking the ankle, toe down, through the laces, good plant foot, and falling through the target. The next point we want to look at is the mentality of wanting to finish. He selected the part of the goal he wishes to attack, that being the keeper's right, his left. In that case, striking the ball with power, following through, allows him to finish successfully. The last point is being consistent with the spot that he has chosen. The technique stays the same, the surface of the foot stays the same, the mentality the same, and the location of where he is looking to strike this penalty shot is the same. That is one of the keys to taking good, successful penalty shots, is being consistent, and every time we should be successful with our penalty shots. Today's coaching tip.
Hi, I'm John Murphy, Director of Player Development for the Colorado Rapids and National Staff Coach with the Nscaa. Today's coaching point is going to focus on the goalkeeper dealing with a high shot in and around his body. This is an important aspect of goalkeeping and one that's often overlooked, as expert goalkeepers will make one save, making a difficult one look relatively simple, and a novice goalkeeper struggling to make contact with the ball or giving up a rebound that will lead to obviously more scoring chances. So what we're going to focus on here is Ethan moving forward, getting his feet set, and as he comes to approach the ball, his hands will be brought out early, his thumbs and his pointer fingers will make a W, flare his elbows, and catch the ball as early as he can. That way, if the ball is dropped, it will be in front of him, and he can make a recovery save to cover up the rebound. Let's try it, Ethan. Excellent. It's very, very important with young goalkeepers, as we're focusing on their hands, we're also looking at their feet. So he secured the ball well, but we have to make sure that the feet are not too wide when he sets himself, and make sure that one foot is not in front of the other. So it's important when you come forward, set your feet, keep them a little bit tighter, about shoulder width, and make sure they're even with each other. Let's try it one more time. Much better, much better. You can see the difference. It's a better ending position where his feet are shoulder width apart. He's nice and comfortable, and again, his hands are out to meet the ball early to catch it out in front of him, and that's going to minimize the chance of giving up a rebound or possibly giving up a goal. Excellent goalkeeping. That's today's Nscaa coaching tip. Today's coaching point is going to focus on the goalkeeper dealing with crosses from a wide position. So we're going to have Ethan. Since the ball's coming from a wide position, we have to prioritize the goal. It's important that we cover the front post and not allow a shot or a flighted ball to go into this area, but also be aware of a ball being played off his right-hand shoulder. So this is a good starting position on the balls of his feet, ready for a shot to his left or a cross to his right. Let's focus on a good cross ball, please. Excellent. Okay, and free. Superb. Great commitment there from Ethan. Come on over. It's very important when we move out for the ball, when we move our body, we make good eye contact with the ball as Ethan did, and if there's any kind of confusion about holding onto the ball, he brings himself down to the ground and collects it. Fantastic goalkeeping. Stand up. It's very important that as a goalkeeper, we make one save. So whether it's a catch or a deflection, that we keep the ball out of the goal. That's today's coaching tip. Today's coaching point is going to focus on the goalkeeper and his ability to get himself into good positions through proper angle play. As you can see here with Ethan, as a young goalkeeper, if he stands close to his line, it's going to be very difficult for him to be able to move and cover basic shots. But as he moves towards the camera, with good positive starting positions and good angle play, you can see he actually looks bigger. And what we end up doing here is intimidating and hopefully rushing the shooter into hitting a tame shot that we can handle relatively easily. So what I want you to do is get right over there at that cone. I'm going to give you a shout. I want you to come down the line, get in line with my shot, and then get your feet set to make the save. Go. Excellent. And stay down. As Ethan moves down the line, he slows his body weight down to get set as I strike the ball, and then a good positive movement forward to take the ball in front of the post. That way he's making one contact on the ball, not giving up a rebound, and increasing the chance of possibly letting in a goal. Excellent goalkeeping. That's today's Nscaa coaching tip.
Today's coaching tip, we're going to look at the goalkeeper and his ability to win balls in the air, up above his head, away from his body, to allow for quick transition from defending to attacking. As the ball's played in on these flighted balls, you can clearly see that there's enough space in front for Jamesy to clean the ball up above his head, out away from his body, and because of a lack of traffic, he can keep it out away from his body, and then he finds the target to initiate the moment of transition from the goalkeeper out to our backs, and off we go. And we'll get one more look at this. Flighted ball in, he's loud, he's vocal, the ball's out away from his body, his hands extend to the ball and distributes the ball quickly, and off we go.
Today's coaching tip is going to focus on the goalkeeper, and we're going to focus particularly on boxing the ball. I have my friends Natasha and Chelsea helping me out, so let's get right to it. We have this exercise set up. Girls, come right over. What we're going to do is use the goal post as a measurement, because what we want to do when we're boxing the ball is push the ball as far away and as high from the goal as possible. So what I'm going to do is start with the ball here on my hands. I'm going to give the goalkeeper a shout. They're going to be facing forward to start, come around the stick, coaching stick, and try and box over the crossbar. Ready? Go. Excellent. Okay, come on back. When we're boxing the ball, it's very, very important that you make two hands into one surface. So that's excellent technique. Keep your fists tight together and make sure we follow through on the contact. Excellent. All right, Natasha, I want you to face me now. Face me. Go. Okay, stop. Come right back here. It's important wherever we make contact with the ball that we try and push it forward and try and get it as high as we can. So let's just focus right here. I'm gonna give you a toss. Let's see if we can punch right through the ball as high as we can. That's better, that's better. Now let's vary his starting position again. I want you on your side, head towards me. Yep. Come forward. Excellent, superb. Let's see if we can get one more here, on your side again. Yep. Much, much better. By varying their starting positions, it's more game-like as goalkeepers constantly have to be moving their feet and adjusting for the next shot. That's today's coaching tip. Today's coaching tip is going to be focusing on the goalkeeper and collapse diving. I have Chelsea and Natasha going to help me out with this session, so let's get going. All right, girls, get back to the line. All we're going to do is I'm going to give a slap of my hand. When I give you a slap, just come forward, set your feet at the first cone, and I want you to collapse outside the second cone, all right? Set and come down. Excellent, stay there. Get back down. Hands are in front of the head, excellent. Keep your head still. The most important thing is angle your body forward as you're making the save. That way you're taking the angle away from the striker as they're hitting the ball. Come back up. Let's go the same side again. Yep. Excellent, and down. And that's what you want. You also want to protect yourself when you're down on the ground. There's lots of strikers and attacking players in here with their feet. You want to be able to protect yourself with your forearm and your upper leg. Excellent. Let's go off to the other side. Yep. Very good. Back up to your feet. Here we go, Natasha. Yep. Well done. Excellent. Now we're going to take it to the next level, which is I'm going to have you toss the ball to me. For the amount of time it takes for the ball to come to me, you should be at the first cone set. Here we go. Set your feet. Excellent. Very, very important when we're receiving the ball, whether we're a field player or a goalkeeper, that we calm our body as the ball's approaching us. We catch the ball and we make our hands supple so we can control it. It's much better to catch the ball than to deflect the ball and give a second chance. Here we go, same side. Excellent. It's important when we're training goalkeepers to make sure we do everything at speed, just like in a game. I'd like to thank Chelsea and Natasha for their work. That's today's soccer tip.
This week's coaching tip is closing a player down from the front. We'll begin with a pass from me to the attacker and watch the reaction of the defenders as he attempts to delay the progress of the attacker. The responsibility of the first defender is pressure on the ball. We do this by getting there very fast and getting our weight down very fast. Notice how when he got closer to the player with the ball that he shortened his steps, getting his weight down. And he needs to get just close enough so the player cannot go around him and not too fast so he can't go around you either. So try that again. Good, well done. Thank you. Back one more time. And the last coaching point and another responsibility of the first defender is to make the first attacker's play as predictable as possible. Our defender does that by, when he gets at the end of it, angling his body to the side with 1 foot forward and he is side on. Go ahead. Okay, good. Now let's go live this time, attacker. Let's see if our defender has learned his points. Well done. That's this week's coaching tip.
This session is going to focus on the defender making play more predictable. We're going to work on 2 situations, showing the attacker down the line and showing the attacker into the center of the field. What we're going to start off with, I'm going to knock a ball over here to Emma. Danny, what I want you to do is to bend your run in a way that shows her down the line, which you can hopefully look for a long touch and get a tackle in, okay? So make up the space. Go, get over, quick. Put the brakes on, excellent. Make sure you get your foot in there, that tackle. She's gonna be just as committed as you are when she's attacking, all right? So when we're showing a player outside, we're squeezing them towards the line, looking for a long touch. Now, when we show the player inside, I want you to curve your run to show her in here where a teammate is gonna be waiting and where we can double team Emma, okay? So take away the line, go. Excellent, excellent. And what would happen in a game if Emma was to show an attacker inside, there's a supporting player in there where we can double team Emma, win the ball, and be able to push forward. The whole basis of this session is to make play more predictable for us to be able to retain the ball and then go forward in the attack.
Hello, my name is Teresa Echtermeyer, NSCAA staff coach. Today's coaching tip is making play predictable. All right, Melissa, I'm going to serve this ball out to Angie. Okay, and I want you to go ahead and close her down. I want you to force her to the inside here, because that's where our supporting player is. Here we go. Go on. Good. And stop. Stop. Stand still. Ball back over here, please. Notice how Melissa's angle completely, come on in here, Melissa, completely cuts off this ball here so the attacker cannot go in here. We know that she's going to go into the inside. That's great, Melissa. Let's do it again. Here we go. She starts quickly, slows down as she gets closer. Good, let's win that. Fine, good. Another angle that we use on the field is if we play the ball down the touch line, okay, the first defender is going to go ahead and force her to this touch line. Same thing, I want to make your angle really dramatic. Go on and close her and win that ball. Here we go. Good. And stop, and stop. Need to go on and step in and tackle a little bit sooner. Let's do it one more time. Really come around that side of her, Melissa. Here we go. Go on. Good. Hook it around and win it there. Good. And that's today's Nscaa coaching tip.
Today's tip is closing a player down from behind. We have our back player here who has dropped off our forward because the ball is unpressured. But as the ball goes from a midfield player to a forward, she's going to close down so she cannot turn. Play the ball in if you would. Yeah, good, well done. Let's just do it one more time. And play. Okay, good. Now the issue we're dealing with here, just play the ball in and play the ball back in again, please. The issue we're dealing with here is closing a player down from behind. We come in, but we don't want to get too close because this player might roll, and we don't want to be too far away because she can turn. So the concept is to be one touch away. So as that ball arrives and I arrive, I'm one touch away, so even if she moves, I can move as well. Let's just do it one more time. One touch away is the key. Play the ball in. Good, okay, all right. And there has to be a small cushion there. Well done. So, closing a player from behind, Nscaa coaching tip.
Today's coaching tip is teaching how to defend an opponent whose back is to goal. So as we've just noticed, our defender was beaten. So let's take a look at your body position first. As the ball comes being played in, we want you to arrive in a comfortable position. Your hand here or not is your preference. But what we want to see is your head on one side and your feet on the other. That way when your opponent goes this way, you're allowed to run with them and maybe make a tackle. Come back. Turn again. If he turns to go the other way, you'll make a tackle with your big toe. So let's see it live again. Head on one side, feet on the other. Arrive comfortably in a good, stop there. Maybe a little bit too much on this side. Let's try one more time. Yeah, a little better. You're still a little too close. Okay, let's go back one more time. Your hand is up on his shoulder. Give him a little bit more room because you got some big legs that you'll be able to win the ball from him. Good, good, good. Okay, let's go again. Last one. Very good toe poke. Great. And that's today's tip of the day. Defending back to goal. Today's coaching tip is teaching players how to retreat. When we're going to do a retreat, there's a little rhyme. Retreat, ball out of feet. Notice that when Julian has the ball, he's going against two defenders. He might not want to take on those two. He wants to keep possession, so as he faces up, he then decides to go the other way, and he retreats, and notice on that Cruyff, his ball's out of feet. Also notice that he looks beyond the players to threaten the space. That might keep those two defenders away from him. Good, and then we keep possession by keeping control of the ball. And again, on the retreats, when we want to go away from the defenders, the ball comes out of our feet, so we're able to then play it on our second touch. Watch as we see one more retreat as Julian faces him, and he drags the ball. Notice that one was a little bit in his feet. We want to retreat, ball out of feet. Good. Today's coaching tip, retreating.
Today's coaching tip is using the 4v2 possession exercise to teach defenders to pressure and to cover and to change roles in pressuring and covering. We're going to start when we have the ball, asking one defender to pressure. We're going to ask a second defender to play in a cover position to prevent the split or the penetrating pass. As the ball gets changed around the outside, we ask the defenders not to chase, but to split roles and to call ball and cover as they drop. And let's play, boys. Switch roles. Good. Step up. Good. Good. And if the defenders, and we play, and if the attackers try to split, if they try to split, there should be no penetration available. Who's got ball?
I got ball.
Good.
Ball.
Cover.
Ball. Cover. Ball. Ball.
And this is well done. That is today's coaching tip, teaching defenders in the 4v2 exercise to utilize the role of pressuring and covering and switching those roles to prevent penetration.
This session is going to be about 2v1, focusing on the attacker's roles. What we're going to start off with, Mel, knock the ball out here to Maddie, and we'll see if we can set up a 2v1 situation. Go ahead. And roll it in. Excellent. Come on back. Get another ball, Melissa. The key here is good players reading each other's intentions. When the ball is brought inside, Kelly's intelligent enough to see that's set up for an overlap, and that's an overload we get on one side. It's very, very important that Maddie brought the ball inside and committed the defender. It's very important, regardless of how we attack in this situation, that we put the defender on the back foot, we attack at speed. That was excellent. Now knock the ball out to Kelly. Let's go, Kelly. Get after her. Just roll it in. Excellent. These are straightforward situations. Come on back. What the game of soccer is all about. We're talking about little duels all over the field, and when we have numerical superiority, it's very, very important that we take advantage of it with speed, with guile, and with intelligence.
Today's tip is on creating and exploiting 2 versus 1 situations. So let's have the defender bring the ball across this halfway line. Ready? And let's play. Good, okay, let's try it again. Okay, the defensive player has the ball, keep coming across. She comes across and stop, stand still. And what happens is the centre forward is in this position, come across. The centre forward is in this position. As soon as she sees the defender breaking through or a midfield player breaking through, she immediately begins to come over here to split away from the defender. The attacking player goes after the defender, and now the defender has a choice. Does she go with the forward, in which case the defender can go through and shoot, or does she try and stop the defender, in which case we can have the pass over here to the forward. So come closer to the defender, play the ball across, and that's how to create, yeah, go on. And that's how to create and exploit 2 versus 1 situations. Let's just try it one more time. Yeah, play the ball back in here. Okay, let's do it one more time. All right, that is our Nscaa coaching tip.
Today's coaching tip is a 2v1 going to goal. We're going to mostly be emphasizing on the defensive side of the ball. Okay, and we go, ball goes out from Johnny. Good, good, Tay, close in, good, and slow, slow, fine, keep them both in front. Can you get a little closer? Good, good, and stop please, and stop please. So we need to be careful when you come in here, okay, that you don't get caught so flat that this player is in behind you. So we're going to do it one more time, please. One more time. Good work. So get out of the gates quick. Slow down. Good. Slow down a little bit. Keep them both in front. Fine. Good. And stop. And stop. So numbers down situation on defense. We need to get to the ball quick enough so we apply some pressure but keep both the players in front. Okay, that is today's Nscaa coaching tip. Today's coaching tip will be doing a +1 activity where we'll have the plus player in front supporting the attacking player. This will help players make better decisions in 2v1 situations, okay? All right, Mason, you're trying to score here. You can play it into Hunter at any time, okay? And you're trying to score on this goal. John, you can play it in over back here to Nick at any time. Ready? And we play. Here we go. There it is. Good. Get it back to him. Brilliant. Brilliant. Here we go. New ball in. Play. Nice. That's okay. It's still live. Play it. Is it there? Is the forward pass there? Good. Can you get in behind him? Fantastic. Well done.
Today's NSCAA soccer tip is on 3 versus 1 possession. Let's take a look. Okay, boys, we're going to start the ball from this corner. We have 3 players playing against 1 in a 15 by 15 grid. Ready? Play. And stop there. Okay. It's very important here that the player recognizes where he needs to support and try to get there quickly. So we want this player to recognize the urgency of providing support to the player on the ball. Let's see you get to that corner and show for him. And play. Off we go. Good. Well done. Look for the space. Well done. Can we keep it? Good. And stop there. The second thing is, when you're receiving the ball, we want to keep our body open to the field here so we can see our options. So you can receive the ball with the inside of your left foot and play across with the inside of your right foot, okay? Play the ball across here and play. Well done. Show for him. Excellent. Keep the distance. Take your time. Be patient. Very nice, boys. Well done. And that's today's NSCAA coaching tip.
Today's coaching tip is the use of neutral players to make coaching points in a free-flowing exercise. As the ball is played in from the server and target player to blue, the 2 yellows in the attack join the blue in the attack. Play. Boys, go ahead. When the ball turns over to red, yellows play with the red. Now we go to red, and yellow joins the red. This way, we can have a 4v2 free-flowing exercise with the 2 yellow players always making the 4. And play. Almost a goal. Play it into red. By having the 4 versus 2 in a continuous play with no offsides in a 24-yard long field, we should get lots of opportunities for penetrating passes. There you see the penetration and a goal. Brilliantly done. And that's today's NSCAA coaching tip, using neutral players to create a free-flowing environment for teaching the tactics of the play. Today's coaching tip is using the 4v2 possession exercise to teach players to find the penetrating pass. We're going to ask the boys to play the ball around in a 12 by 12 mini field, and then when they can find an opening between the defenders, to split the defenders with a penetrating pass. Let's play, boys. And we'll ask the boys to be active, be moving, and when they see the split, we want to split them, good, and keep playing. Excellent penetration. Whenever they see the split, we get movement and playing. We find the penetrating pass. When we can't penetrate, we possess. Brilliantly done, and that's today's coaching tip, using a 4v2 possession exercise to teach players when to find the penetrating pass.
Today's NSCA soccer tip is runs in the penalty box. I'm going to be using 2 forwards and a flank player. Ball's coming in from this side. So let's prepare to play the ball in. Now, these are the important coaching points. First and foremost, the 2 centre forwards should bend away from where the ball will be served, and that's a great cross. The reason they bend away is so they can make a diagonal run through the penalty box, and also to make sure that central defenders have to use a split vision. The second tip is to make sure that they go slowly and then accelerate based on the timing of the run and the timing of the serve, so that they don't get into the penalty box too early. Let's do a third one, please. Third thing I'd like the coaches to note is the way the players go in staggered. One centre forward goes in early, the other centre forward goes behind her in case the ball goes past the first centre forward. And that was a fantastic finish. And that is the NSCA tip of the week. There are certain classic exercises that we use to teach players certain habits in the game, and we're going to look at changing the point of attack. The exercise that is commonly used is 5 versus 3, 5 attackers versus 3 defenders. 3 defenders get pulled over to one side, and that's the sign that the attackers need to change the point of attack. We're going to play a 5 versus 5 game where 2 of the defenders will go in goal to make it 5 versus 3. Okay, let's play. Excellent, good ball, well played. I'll play the ball back now. 2 oranges have to go in goal. 2 oranges go in goal, that's it. Well played, excellent. And stop, stand still. Play the ball back in over here, please, if you can. Now, as you can see in this exercise, the 3 orange defenders have been pulled across. This is an ideal opportunity to stop the ball, play the ball back over here, and play the ball to your 2 attacking players. Knock the ball across, if you would. Excellent. And now you've changed the point of attack. Very well done indeed. Excellent. So this exercise is a perfect exercise for teaching players to look at both sides of the field, to get the understanding that when they draw across the defenders, you cannot go down one side of the field, change the point of attack to the other side of the field. 5 versus 3 is a great exercise for doing that.